Hey everyone, my name is Ellen Nielsen. I'm an educational developer at the Center for Teaching and Learning. And today I'm going to talk to you about some ways that you might have your students connect with each other. There are a few different ways that you can connect students with each other, the first of which being in eClass. So in eClass, you have a few different options. Many people are aware of the forums that you can put in for students. So you can add an activity, and you can choose forum. And in this forum, you will be able to have students have replies and nested replies to each other. In a forum, you can also limit what students can see. So you can set it up to be a question and answer type forum, which means that when students go in, they can't see other replies until they post their first one. Another option here is the anonymous forum. This is a good option for students to talk to you, not necessarily for students to talk to each other, but I do want to show you that that is there if you want to have anonymous spaces for your students to talk. The last option that I want to suggest in eClass for you to connect your students is using the eClass chat feature. So in the eClass chat feature, you can have students discussing with each other what's going on in class, or whenever. You could set it to have times, or you could set it to be open all of the time. And this allows students to talk a little bit quicker. The forum typically has quite a bit of a lag time between their post and when it shows up. So if you want students to work synchronously together, to be able to interact a little bit easier, using the chat feature might be helpful. The other thing with the eClass chat and the forum is that you can set those up to work in groups. So you can create eClass groups. Once you have eClass groups created, then you can create a chat room for each group, for example, or a chat room or a discussion board for each group quite easily without having to make 100 different chat rooms. Another way for students to contact each other in eClass is to use the chatting feature here. So to access the other participants in the class, students can select participants. And now you can see all of the different students in class. I can choose the student that I want to connect with. And in here, I have the option to send them a message through eClass. The first time you send a message, it will prompt you to send a request to that person. Once it's accepted, then you can chat back and forth, just as you would on any other chat platform. Now, one of the problems with using all of the places to discuss on eClass are that students can feel like they're being monitored. So students tend to be a little bit more hesitant, especially in informal conversation, when it's on a platform that is run by the instructor. So if you're thinking about, and some people have approached me about creating study groups for your students, you may want to introduce them to a few other spaces that they can connect with each other outside of eClass. Now, one of those options is built into our Google Suite, so all students have access to this, and this is in Google Chat. Now, Google Chat is located in your email. So once students are in their email, they will notice some different buttons at the bottom left-hand side. So in here, they have chat, rooms, and meet. In chat, they can connect with individual students. So in here, you'll notice that there's individual contacts that I can connect with just to have a quick chat. They can also have rooms. This is what's a little bit more powerful. So in a room, I can have threads, so where students can discuss or talk about different things in the class, just like you would in a chat platform. Students can also share files between whoever is in that group, and they can assign tasks. This is particularly useful for students in groups doing group work together. So if they're doing group work, you can have them look through their tasks and assign tasks either to themselves or to each other. They can design tasks and have everything listed in here. You are able to add people to this. So you could easily have one for your entire group if you wanted to go. You could copy all of their emails out of eClass if you download your list as a CSV. You can paste them all in here and send them all a request to join this chat room. Alternatively, you could have students create their own rooms for classes. So some instructors are creating study rooms and asking students to set up their own Google chat room here. So someone will go in, will set up the chat room, and then invite the other people that the instructor has indicated are in their group. Some benefits to Google Chat over eClass is that it's instantaneous and it's quicker. It's similar to eClass Chat. It's also got those other features in there. And this can be easily integrated with a mobile phone. So, mobile device. Some of the problems with the eClass stuff is that it's not quite as mobile friendly. But this can connect to, there's an app specifically for Google Chat, so they can use that just like they would use WhatsApp or Messages or Facebook Messenger, except that it's connected to Google. Now, if you're looking to move outside of the eClass and Google and U of A suite, that is an option. You can use third-party software. Remember, if you're asking students to use third-party software and they have to create an account, this cannot be required. If this is required for your class as part of the assessment, you have to provide alternative means for students who do not wish to create an account. We can't force them to create accounts with other third-party applications, and we shouldn't be encouraging students to be using their University of Alberta emails to sign up for third-party just because of privacy concerns. So, two third parties that you might want to consider that would be good for students connecting to each other are Slack and Discord. So Slack, you could see the little bit of the sample here. You can have a channel. Under a channel, you can put different types of announcements. So you could have your entire class on one Slack, and then you could create a channel for each group, and then each group could have an individual channel. You can limit what channels they have access to, so maybe they only have access to group one. That's a little bit of a front load for you. You could also ask students to create their own Slack space, at which time they can create their own channels there. One that's a little bit more popular now, especially with younger generations, is Discord. So this is going to look very, very similar to Slack. This is called Discord, D-I-S-C-O-R-D. Now, the last time I heard it was going through privacy considerations, so do keep that in mind and check that it is okay for you to use this with your faculties and departments. But in here, you can invite people. So what I've set up here is this is a specific space. In my space, I can invite people. So I could invite my group members, I could invite my entire class and create channels underneath that. And I can have multiple spaces that I'm signed into. So I could have a space for Bio 101, one for Math 101, one for, I'm taking a lot of 101 classes, one for Science 101, but all of those could have their own Discord space, and I could be connected with whoever is invited to this space. So this is an invite-only space, which gives you a little bit more control about who can come in and out. With Slack, people can search and join you. So those are the four different options that I would suggest to get students to connect with each other. You can use in your eClass page, you have your option of discussion boards or chats, or students can send messages to each other. In Google, you have your option of Google chat rooms. In here, note that your Google Meet can also be connected to your chat room. And in here, while we're in here, I am going to mention that students could also connect with each other through email. If you know the first name and last name of someone in the Google suite, in our U Alberta suite, it will automatically type their email in. So for example, I know Graham, Pate, And I have different options, but you'll see Graham Parker also pops up here as an option. So students can get a hold of each other that way, and you don't need to worry about giving their emails out. Beyond Google and eClass, some of your options include Slack and Discord. If you have any questions on any of these, please contact us at ctl@ualberta.ca. Thank you so much for joining me for this webinar.